We come through Miami again.
Next year.
Yeah.
Hit us up. Next year, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'll come see you play.
Oh, really?
Deal?
Okay, deal. That's a deal. Yeah.
Eric Spoelstra just made one of the loudest statements in sports without coaching a single point. Before the Miami Open 2026 even hit its stride, the Miami Heat's championship-winning head coach personally invited Alex Eala to watch his team take on the Orlando Magic. And this was not some casual celebrity drop-in. No quick photo, no handshake, no thanks for coming. This was one of the most respected coaches in basketball, going completely out of his way to roll out the red carpet for a young woman who has taken the tennis world by storm. That alone should tell you everything about how far Alex has come. What made it hit differently was how personal the whole thing felt. Spoelstra did not just hand her a courtside ticket and wave from across the room. He personally walked her through the Miami Heat facilities, showed her around himself, welcomed her like someone who genuinely belonged there. Now think about what that means. This is Eric Spoelstra, a man who has won championships, who commands one of the most respected franchises in the NBA, and whose time is always accounted for. And yet he carved out a piece of his day to personally guide Alex, talk to her, pour into her, and treat her like a peer in greatness. That kind of moment does not happen by accident. That kind of respect is earned. And Alex Eala has clearly reached a level where the biggest figures across the sports world are sitting up, paying attention, and recognizing exactly what she represents.
I haven't been for, I don't know, probably for a handful of years.
Oh.
Now I have a reason to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
sure.
of course.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
But here is where the story gets even more layered. Spoelstra is a proud Filipino-American, one of the most prominent Filipino figures in all of American professional sports. And seeing another Filipino athlete rising on the global stage clearly moved him in a way that went far beyond a routine celebrity invite. You could feel the pride behind every part of this gesture. This was not just one athlete welcoming another to a basketball game. This was one trailblazer acknowledging the next one coming through the door. Spoelstra reportedly sat with Alex, shared stories, spoke to her with intention, and offered the kind of encouragement that only someone who has navigated the pressure of elite competition can truly give. Now imagine being Alex in that moment. You are already carrying enormous expectations heading into one of the biggest tournaments on American soil. And then a coach with Spoelstra's resume pulls you to the side and speaks to you not as a guest, but as someone he genuinely believes in. Those conversations stick with you. Athletes carry those moments into the biggest matches of their lives. And it did not stop there. Spoelstra reportedly told Alex to come back anytime she is in Miami. That one detail says everything. That is not a PR line. That is not something you say to fill the silence. That is an open door from someone who sees you as family, as someone worth investing in for the long run. Fans noticed. They could feel the authenticity behind it. Spoelstra was not being polite. He was proud. He escorted Alex to the stands, introduced her to the energy of an NBA arena, and gave her the chance to meet Miami Heat players directly. For any rising star, that is a powerful experience. But for Alex, it was symbolic of something bigger. She is no longer a young prospect trying to get noticed. She is someone that elite athletes in completely different sports already know, already respect, and already want to be around. And the Miami Heat organization made sure the moment did not stay quiet. They posted Alex's visit on their official Instagram and publicly sent her their best wishes ahead of the Miami Open. When a franchise with that kind of platform puts its name behind a young tennis player, it sends a signal to sponsors, to fans, to the entire sports world. It says this person matters. It says watch her closely. And that is exactly the signal Alex Eala is now sending everywhere she goes. Because this Miami Heat moment is not some isolated event. It is part of a pattern that has been building since she arrived in America. She is moving through spaces that are normally reserved for the most established names in global sport, and she is doing it with a combination of humility, poise, and natural magnetism that makes people want to be in her corner. Which brings us to Nike, because that story raised the temperature even further. There had been speculation for a while about her relationship with the brand, But what reportedly happened went far beyond a standard endorsement announcement. Instead of a quiet press release, Nike apparently rolled out something spectacular. An exclusive event. A full welcome. A statement of intent about how seriously they view her future in the sport. And then came the detail that stopped people mid-scroll. An Alex Eala gallery inside Nike headquarters. A dedicated space celebrating her most iconic tennis moments. And reportedly, Novak Djokovic himself said that Alex is impressive on television but even more special in person. Let that land for a second. One of the greatest players to ever pick up a racket looked at Alex Eala and said the cameras still cannot fully capture what she brings. Some athletes just have that quality. They translate well on screen, but when you see them live, something shifts. They feel sharper, more electric, more complete. If Djokovic sees that in her, the rest of the world should be paying very close attention.
So I have to figure it out. I was really blown away by how inspired she was. I mean, I was blown away by watching.
And the way her rise is being framed by those around her only adds to the picture. The praise she is receiving is not built on controversy or manufactured hype. It is built on performance, professionalism, and the consistency with which she is establishing herself inside the WTA. That is the kind of validation every serious athlete works toward, because it does not just speak to talent. It speaks to character. Jessica Pegula's reported interest in having Alex on her podcast fits perfectly into this narrative. When someone wants to talk to you not just about your results but about your mindset, your story, and the effect you are having on the sport, it means you have crossed into a different category. Alex is becoming someone the tennis world wants to understand, not just watch.
Yeah, I mean, she's really good tennis player. Goes for her shots, takes the ball early, rips. Being a lefty is always tricky, competes really well. I mean, obviously she's beaten a lot of top players this week. I don't really think she needs me to tell her that she's a great player, that we're not going to see enough of her, but we definitely are. And she proved that tonight. I mean, that was really tough.
Alex Eala is no longer simply a young player with potential. She is becoming a symbol of what the next chapter of women's tennis could genuinely look like. Fearless, globally connected, and impossible to ignore. From Eric Spoelstra's personal welcome to Nike's grand gesture to words of praise from the sport's all-time greats, the evidence keeps stacking up. The sports world is not just watching Alex anymore. It is welcoming her, investing in her, and positioning itself to be part of whatever she builds next. And if the reaction of someone like Spoelstra, a man who has been around greatness his entire career, is any indication, the people who know what it looks like can already see exactly where she is headed.